Hi, in today's video I'm going to be telling you how you can use the sauna as effectively as possible for muscle and mental recovery. I want to get this video done as quickly as possible, so let's get right into it. What you need for this is a sauna. It doesn't matter if it is like a dry sauna or a wet, like steam sauna. Just make sure it's around 80 degrees Celsius or more. Then you have a cold plunge that can be around 10 or 6 degrees Celsius. And if you don't have a cold plunge, you can pour water in some buckets and then pour them all to you like this. It's even better if you have a pull-up bar or something around the sauna because that will help you warm up. And that will be really important later in this video. So, what you do in the sauna and the cold plunge, it's like this cycle. You can do 3 cycles, and the first cycle begins like this. You jump into the cold plunge just to get yourself wet and to get that shock. In that cold plunge, you can do like 10 deep breaths to measure the time. Then you go out of that cold plunge and you go right into the sauna. And you stay there for around 15 to 20 minutes. Then, after you finish the sauna, you are going to go out, get a drink of water, or you don't need to drink water, and go as fast as possible to the cold plunge and submerge yourself until the neck, like this. And do around 10 to 20 deep breaths. Then, after you do these deep breaths, you're going to plunge your entire head into the cold plunge, pull it out in about 2 seconds, and you can leave the cold plunge. You don't want to put your head into the cold plunge right when you step into it, because submerging your face or your entire head into the water releases a calming chemical inside of your brain, and that is not ideal when you are in the cold plunge. In the cold plunge, you want to be exposing your body to essentially stress, but to this good stress that boosts testosterone. So plunging your head into the water is the last thing that you do. After you come out of that cold plunge, you are going to do some exercises to warm up. First exercise you can do is just push-ups, or you can do squats, you can run if you have a place to run, and if you have a pull-up bar there, as I mentioned earlier, you can do like pull-ups. I do the pull-ups on the sauna because I have a place there. So after you warmed up properly from the cold shower or the cold plunge, you are going to take like a minute break, drink some water if you want, because it's really important to drink some water before and after you go to the sauna. You shouldn't drink water in the sauna, and you are going to go to the sauna again and do like 15 to 20 minutes in the sauna. After you finish that, you are going to go to the cold plunge, as I said, plunge your head in, go out, warm up, drink some water, have a 1 minute rest, go back into the sauna, and this is the third time you are in the sauna, and this is the third and the last time you are in the sauna. Then you are going to go out of the sauna, you're going to go into the cold plunge, and you are going to do no warm-up. You can do a bit of a warm-up, but you don't need to do the warm-up essentially, because you are going to take a normal shower. It can be cold, it can be warm, it doesn't matter, but I recommend a warm shower, because in that sauna you are going to sweat a ton, so you want to clean up that sweat with hot water. It shouldn't be like hot. When you are showering with a water, this is a quick hack, it shouldn't be more than like your body temperature, because that decreases your testosterone. So then shower with water that it's warm, not hot. After you've done that, you can go to sleep, because going into the sauna makes you really, really sleepy. For some people, I saw some guys doing saunas when they wake up, which just doesn't suit me because it makes me really tired and sloppy. So I go to bed like half an hour after that. So this is my favorite muscle recovery method, and also my mind recovery method, because you can practice deep breathing and meditation. Because if you are in the sauna and you don't have like friends there, you should focus on the breath. It's going to burn a little bit when you breathe deeply, because the air is kind of hot. So if you breathe, you are going to feel like it's burning your nostrils. That's something that you need to get used to. But it's okay to breathe with your mouth, but you should try to limit breathing with your mouth when you are in sauna. I also call this a recovery method because you can do this before your rest day. Because if you do these cycles, this actually boosts your human growth hormone by 15%. Andrew Humerburn, he's like a neurobiologist and scientist. He does this amazing podcast, and on one, he talked about muscle recovery and he talked about saunas. And if you do a cycle close to this, it can boost your human growth hormone. But there is a major disclaimer. You shouldn't work out the day after doing this sauna because you are actually going to be weaker. So you shouldn't do this cold and sauna cycles on your rest day. You should do this before your rest day. So yeah, if you found this video useful, make sure to give this a try. If you don't have a sauna at home, it doesn't matter, or at your cottage, just go to a gym or like these more expensive gyms have a sauna and a cold plunge there. Definitely try this out because it's absolutely worth it. If you enjoyed this video and you found it useful, make sure to like and subscribe. Bye.